Good morning and welcome to the Throga channel.
If it is indeed morning for those watching right
It's
now.
morning for me, and it'll be
Mhm.
morning for you because we're in the same time zone. But that's not important. What
Not
is
important.
important is why we're here this morning, afternoon, and evening. Angelina Jordan.
Yes.
Angels, welcome back to the channel. We are going to check out Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. I can't
Oh,
imagine this isn't the song I think it is
one of my
because
favorite
that's
songs from one of my favorite artists, sung
uh
by one of my favorite singers slash
this
artists.
is going
Yes.
to be amazing.
Yes. Yes, and before we get started with this, please hit like and subscribe and ring that bell so you always know what we are up to at all
And
times of the day.
and night.
What?
And we're just for 24 hours. Also, be sure to click on the link below in the description. You could buy us a coffee if you're enjoying this reaction. You can even become a silver, gold, or diamond Throne member for added perks. And check out Throga.com to learn more about your voice with their online singing courses and the 7 dimensions of singing. All
Indeed. All right, let's
right.
do it.
Yes, this was on AGT. Definitely going to put this on transparency. We're going to have a copyright issue if I don't.
I'm wondering if this
And
is the Sarah Bareilles version of it.
oh, did you see it?
Because I really like. No, Sarah Bareilles does her own version of Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. So I'm
Oh,
wondering
I
if
understand.
Angelina is doing more of that version or more of the Elton version.
I was thinking, oh, maybe she accompanied her or something like that. I
Mm.
was confused. All right, here we go.
When are you gonna come down? When are you going to land?
Love this song.
I should have stayed on the farm. I should have listened to my old man. You know you can hold me forever. I didn't sign up with you. I'm not a present for your friends to open. This boy's too young to be singing the blues. So goodbye, yellow brick road, where the dogs of society howl. You can't play me in your penthouse. I'm going back to my plow, back to the howling old owl in the woods, hunting the honeyback owl. Oh, I finally decided my future lies beyond the yellow brick road.
Beautiful.
Some goodbye yellow brick road, where the dogs of society howl. Back to the howling old owl in the woods, hunting lonely bats. Oh, I finally decided my future lies beyond the yellow brick
That was way too short. Like I can hear that on loop. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Was that the Bareilles version? Was it similar?
Yeah, so this has sort of a little bit darker feel to it, the Sarah Bareilles version. Let's call it the Angelina version. Um, so it's just kind of droning with that. I love a good drone. When I come
it makes it more
Cool.
haunting.
Definitely more haunting. Yeah. I love that. I love when you have a great song to begin with, and then somebody just has a slightly different angle on it, which makes it, I don't know that it's better, but it's definitely the same, like as far as my enjoyment for it.
Yeah.
And anytime you can make something a little haunting, I think that's an amazing thing.
And particularly with a voice like hers, because it's just that air, that blanket of airy, heavenly, velvety, goodnessy.
Yes.
Fill in the rest. It goes on forever. There's so much to her tone, even when she's in her chest voice or head voice, even on a clear, even if there's not the vibrato, even when there's not that vocal fry. It's just this beautiful, fatty, angelic-y.
Fatty.
It's like spectrum, like in terms of, like, I'm thinking, it's not fatty's a terrible word for this. In terms of like
Gristly.
sound. No. It's like a good
Gamey.
steak. No.
Really gamey tone.
No. You think of in terms of spectrum from low end to high end. It's just it covers this broad, that's a better word for it, not fatty, a broad range of overtones in just her breathy quality. And I feel like she really made the song her own while somehow still connected to the original, because it's a complicated song. Elton was brilliant at making an unconventional structure flow and connect. For her to just take it to just her own little world, just shows off her level of musicianship and her awareness as a vocalist and just as a musician.
Young age. Yeah, at such a young age too. And I couldn't help but thinking while we were watching that, like her approaching that song now with her skill set and just more refined. And that's not to take away or however old she was there, because she was
incredible,
ready. Yeah, she was industry ready at that point and a total pro. And the fact that she's improved since then is just, it's incredible.
There's more wisdom now. Her instrument's more structurally consistent just because she's older, but just the wisdom that she has that we've talked about, I think, in the last reaction as well. I hear this midsection again.
Oh, I finally decided my future lies beyond the yellow brick.
Just the bending of the vowel there is so cool. That fatty airy sound.
Yeah.
Goodbye, yellow brick road, where the dogs of society howl.
Oh gosh.
Back to the howling old owl in the woods, hunting only by
So tasty.
Oh, I finally decided my future lies beyond the yellow brick.
Just.
So the video wasn't up there. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Oh, I was watching the whole time.
But I'm
sorry, guys.
It was kind of a nice touch because sometimes, and actually, strangely enough, I just read something about this. I was watching some video, and somebody said in the video that we tend to listen with our eyes, you know, a little bit like our seeing is sort of more of the sense that sort of takes over more, and it can distract from your listening. So a lot of producers, you know, and mixers and stuff, they will turn off the lights to keep that distraction away, so they're just listening. So I kind of liked that in that sense, because I was really able to hear a little bit better that time, and just how impressive it was, and just
it's amazing,
the tonal changes and the little runs that she was doing, so much nuance and subtlety at, again, such a young age. It's just incredible. Yeah.
And you can even omit the last comment of it being a young age, because how many artists do we hear that can execute that at 20, 30, 40? I mean, it's such a sliver of the singing population that can do what she does. Last two thoughts here as well. One is, yes, they've done a ton of studies on, and they even show in the MRI, when you see something, there's more blood flow and stimulation taking place in the visual cortex versus the audio cortex. So when you shut that down, the blood reroutes and the neurological firing reroutes as well, and it highlights that sense next. So it really does play to that. The other thing I want to point out real quick, a lot of these shows do put, especially in post, a lot of auto-tune on voices.
Do they?
It's, they might disagree or deny, but it happens a lot. It's been proven. We have technology to prove it. It happens, unfortunately, a lot. Not on her, because you would have heard it.
Right.
Auto-tune would destroy her voice, her little subtleties in her vibrato. It's
like auto-tuning like a classic Ella Fitzgerald record or something. It's like, it's just
just don't. And they
travesty.
They didn't. So I'm really happy they didn't, because sometimes they make some poor choices, in my opinion, in terms of how much they add and who they add it to. This is just awesome. Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like photoshopping a Leonardo or Michelangelo painting or something. It's like,
so there's a crack, we better fill it. Like, no,
exactly.
That was there by the artist.
Yep.
Anyway, that is it for today. Thanks for hanging out with us. We hope you have an amazing day, and we will be back for more with Miss Angelina Jordan in the future. Bye, guys.
See you guys.